Hello everyone, it's Samantha here from Little Actors Theatre. There we go. I just want to say hello. I'm going to sit here with my puppets, got Tigger and a couple of others, and share a little bit of story time with you. But first I'm going to do a little hello song, so join in with me if you already know it. The clock says tick-tock, the clock says tick-tock, the clock says tick-tock, it's time to say hello. Hello parents, hello children, hello Samantha, it's time to say hello. There we go. Now, today's story is all about Alice in Wonderland. Alice was tired of sitting on the bank. The sun made her feel sleepy. She was wondering about making a daisy chain when a white rabbit ran past saying, oh dear, I shall be late." He took a watch from his waistcoat pocket. Alice had never seen a white rabbit with a waistcoat or a pocket watch, so she followed him to see where he was going. When the white rabbit, went down the rabbit hole, Alice went down after it. Suddenly, Alice felt herself falling. She landed on a heap of dry leaves. "Oh dear," she heard the white rabbit saying. "How late it is getting." All at once, he vanished from sight, leaving Alice in a long, low hall with locked doors all around. Alice came across a little table on which there was a key. But which door did it fit? Gosh, which door did it fit? Then she came across a tiny door behind a curtain. She turned the key in the lock and the door opened. Kneeling down, she could see a beautiful garden with bright flower beds and water fountains. Here you go, all the lovely flowers. "Not now, oh now," thought Alice. "How do I get out?" On the table where the key had been, there was a bottle with "Drink me" written on a label around the neck. It was the most delicious drink Alice had ever tasted. And with every drop, Alice became smaller and smaller. Soon she was just the right size to get through the little door and into the beautiful garden. If only she'd not left the key on the table. Then she found a box with a cake inside. In currants were the words, "Eat me." So Alice did, growing taller and taller. Soon she was much too big to go through the door, even though she had a key. Alice was so sad. She began to cry. Before long, there was the patter of feet, and in came the white rabbit. The sight of such a big, tall Alice frightened him so much. He dropped the fan and the gloves he was carrying. Alice picked up the fan, quickly dropping it when she found herself shrinking again. Her foot slipped and splash! She was up to her chin in a pool of tears she had wept when she'd been so big and tall. In the pool of tears was also a duck, a dodo, and a mouse who told a story to get everyone dry. There they all are in the pool of tears. "Mary Ann," called a voice, "fetch me my gloves this minute." It was the white rabbit. This time Alice followed him into a little house with W. Rabbit on the door. Coming out the other side, she saw a huge mushroom about as tall as she is now, on which a caterpillar sat, smoking a pipe. The caterpillar said that eating one side of the mushroom would make her taller and the other side smaller. So Alice took a piece of each. A Cheshire cat grinned at her from the tree. "Please," said Alice to the cat, "which way should I go?" "That way," said the cat, waving his right paw, "lives the Mad Hatter. And that way," waving his other paw, "lives the March Hare." Oh, the March Hare's house had a nice thatched roof with fir chimneys shaped like long ears. He and the Mad Hatter sat outside at a table, resting their elbows on a very sleepy dormouse. "Tell us a story," ordered the March Hare. "Well," said Alice, taken by surprise, "I don't think," "Don't think," he echoed, "that you shouldn't talk." That was enough to make Alice march away from the table. Quite by chance, she saw one of the trees had a door set in it. When Alice opened it, she was in the hall again. Nibbling one side of the caterpillar's mushroom, then the other, Alice made herself the right size to get the key. She went through the little door into a beautiful garden at last. Here, 2 gardeners were painting white roses red. "We planted a white rose by mistake," explained one. "And if the Queen finds out, oh, no! Oh, here she comes now." The Queen of Hearts stopped when she saw Alice. "What is your name, child?" she asked. "My name," said Alice, "is Alice." "Can you play croquet?" "Oh, yes," cried Alice. Alice had never played croquet using flamingos to hit curled-up hedgehogs. Before long, the game was a real mess, with the Queen yelling, "Off with her head!" every other minute. There you go. Suddenly, the cry went up, "The trial is beginning!" "What trial?" asked Alice. But everyone was already running ahead, carrying her along with them into the courtroom. "The charge is," said the White Rabbit, "that the Knave of Hearts stole some tarts." "Call the first witness," said the King, and to her great surprise, the White Rabbit called Alice. "What do you know of this?" asked the King. "Nothing whatsoever," said Alice. "Off with her head!" shouted the Queen of Hearts, red in the face. "You," went on Alice, "you're only a pack of cards." At once, the cards rose up and came flying down on her. Alice gave a little scream and found herself back on the bank. Her adventures in Wonderland had only been a dream. The end. Well, children, lovely to share this story with you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a lovely day in lockdown. Bye.